The streets of Havana have been transformed into a giant open-air art gallery. Rather than confine Cuba's 12th Biennial Art Festival to a single location, it's taking art and installations to the people. This year's festival has also attracted a large number of US collectors, dealers and museum directors. Alberto Magnan left Cuba as a child and now owns a gallery in New York specializing in contemporary Cuban art. He remembers clearly the day that Cuba and the US announced a thaw in relations.
Incredible. Immediately that day, I was getting phone calls constantly from collectors, from people wanting to know how they could travel to Cuba, to what art they should be collecting.
Has a lot of Cuban art been sold in the last 3 months?
Absolutely. A lot of Cuban art is being sold. As you can see, the streets are full. Museums are here and they're buying art.
Many of the US visitors head straight to an old Spanish fortress where some 250 contemporary Cuban artists are exhibiting their work. Prices vary from a few $1,000s for up-and-coming artists to hundreds of thousands for works by established figures. Eduardo Roca, known as Choco, fits somewhere in between. He's exhibited abroad and is already known in the United States.
North Americans have always been interested in what is related to culture in Cuba, so they have come here and we have a bunch of friends.
But it's exhausting work trying to take everything in.
We're excited to be here. It's our first trip. I think
Nancy Barber has flown in from Washington, D.C.
You're an art lover, obviously. Are you also a collector?
Yes, we are collectors, actually.
What sort of budget do you think you might be looking at?
I don't know. I mean, we'll look at the art and then we'll put together a budget.
It isn't just the collectors who are coming here. The Bronx Museum in New York has brought more than 100 of its works for an exhibition here at Havana's Fine Arts Museum.
Next year, the Cuban Museum will send part of its collection to be shown in New York. Michael Voss, CCTV, Havana.